Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to practice with 3 phrasal verbs that are commonly used in America. So let's get started. Today we're talking about these phrasal verbs: stop by, drop by, and swing by. Sometimes you can use all 3 of these phrasal verbs to express the same idea, and sometimes you can't. We're going to talk about the differences between them so you can use these phrasal verbs correctly and avoid mistakes. We can use these 3 phrasal verbs to express the idea when you go and visit somebody. If you go somewhere and you visit somebody, you can say, stop by. You can stop by your friend's house to say hello, or drop by. You can drop by your sister's house and talk, visit, and you can swing by. You can swing by your friend's house and have a little talk. Usually it's a short visit. So normally when we use these phrasal verbs, you're talking about a short visit. Also, these phrasal verbs are not separable. We don't separate them. Example, stop by my house, drop by my sister's house, swing by my friend's house. We can have an object, but they're not separable. And the object will always be a place, not a person. You cannot say, stop by my sister. No, we need a place. I'll stop by my sister's house later for a visit. So example, I'm going to stop by my friend's house later to say hello. First, let's talk about stop by. Stop by in the present and stopped by in the past. When people link the words, sometimes you don't really hear the T, but it's there. It's a stop T. Stop by. Put the tongue up. In the present, stop by. In the past, stopped by. I stopped by my friend's house yesterday for a chat. Let's hear some examples with stop by.
You would know that if you ever bothered to stop by and see him.
I thought I'd just stop by and say hi, I guess, so.
I'm glad you did.
I just wanted to stop by and see how you're doing.
Well, I was just in the neighborhood and I thought I'd stop by and say hi to Jenny.
Thought I'd be a nice guy and stop by and say hi.
I need to stop by and see you every day.
She says she wants to stop by and talk about getting back together.
Just thought I'd stop by and see if you still had that little notebook of yours.
I know, but I just thought as long as we were here, might as well stop by and say hello to the old guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Example, in the future, she's going to stop by the hospital to visit her friend. Or if I change it to the past, yesterday, she stopped by the hospital to visit her friend. Hear the pronunciation, she stopped by. The tongue goes up, but you don't really hear it. She stopped by the hospital to visit her friend and to bring her some flowers. Let's practice in the future. Is she going to stop by the hospital to visit her friend? That's right. She's going to stop by the hospital to visit her friend. Let's practice in the past. Did she stop by the hospital yesterday to visit her friend? That's right. She stopped by the hospital yesterday to visit her friend and to bring her flowers. Example in the future, they're going to stop by their friend's house later. Or in the past, they stopped by their friend's house to say hello. Let's practice. Are they going to stop by their friend's house later? That's right. They're going to stop by their friend's house later. Let's practice in the past. Did they stop by their friend's house yesterday? That's right, they stopped by their friend's house yesterday. Example, they're very nice. They said we could stop by any time. Let's practice. Are they very nice? That's right, they're very nice. Did they say we could stop by any time? That's right, they said we could stop by anytime. Now let's practice with drop by. In the present, drop by. In the past, dropped by. Again, the ED makes a T sound, but it's a stop T, so you don't really hear it. In the past, drop by, trot by. In the present, drop by. First, let's hear some examples of the present form, drop by.
Thought that we would drop by and see if you were all still in one piece.
You drop by and see me sometime, anytime, Red.
Another upside of having a coffee shop as your office is your friends can drop by and hang out whenever they want.
I just wanted to drop by and check in on you, make sure you're doing okay.
Yes, drop by anytime. We are always open.
Just wanted to drop by and say hi, see how you were feeling.
I thought I might just drop by for a drink.
Got a few things to do, and then I'll drop by and pick you up at the club.
Now let's listen to some examples of dropped by. But remember, we don't say dropped by. You don't really hear the T. It's a stop T. Dropped by. Let's hear some examples of the past form.
I just dropped by to see you.
Elaine, I dropped by to see if you'd changed your mind about helping us for the shopping center anniversary show. And I found this. How much?
I dropped by, see if you had any information on the people who attacked my family.
I just dropped by to see if Isaiah could watch the place for a week.
I just dropped by to see if Elizabeth's all right.
Oh, you want me to wear regular clothes so people will think I'm just your black friend who dropped by to clean your house, 'cause I ain't got nothing better to do.
Well, I just dropped by to say hello.
I just dropped by to say thank you for all the great things you did for me when I was mayor.
Example in the future. She's going to drop by the hospital to visit her friend. And in the past, yesterday, she dropped by the hospital to visit her friend. Let's practice in the future. Is she going to drop by the hospital to visit her friend? That's right, she's going to drop by the hospital to visit her friend. Let's practice in the past. Did she drop by the hospital to visit her friend yesterday? That's right, she dropped by the hospital to visit her friend yesterday. Example, in the future, they're going to drop by their friend's house tomorrow to say hello. Example in the past, they dropped by their friend's house yesterday to talk. Let's practice. Are they going to drop by their friend's house later? That's right, they're going to drop by their friend's house later. In the past, did they drop by their friend's house yesterday to talk? That's right, they dropped by their friend's house yesterday to talk. Example, they're very nice. They said we could drop by any time. Let's practice. Did they say we could drop by any time? That's right, they said we could drop by any time. Now let's talk about swing by. In the present, swing. In the past, swung. Pronunciation. When you say swing, use the long E sound like green beans. Whenever you have ing, make the long E sound. Swing. Swing by. In the past, swung. Swung by. Use the short sound like cup and up. Swung. Swung by in the past. Let's hear some examples of swing by and swung by.
Swing by the office tomorrow after school.
Sure. Swing by. I want to show you something.
Okay.
I could swing by tomorrow after we both close and pick you up.
One day I'm going to swing by, get a better look at it.
Now, I don't know what you have planned for Saturday, but if you could, I'd like you to swing by my place. I'm having a party.
Okay, I suppose I could swing by the cleaners, drop them off at school.
Really? Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I swung by that place down the street and got you some dinner.
I swung by your room last night.
I could always swing by and pick you up, and we could go do nothing someplace else.
But maybe I can swing by the house and pick up some stuff.
I scored a golf cart, swung by and picked you up 15 minutes before your usual appointment.
Example, in the future, she's going to swing by the hospital to visit her friend. Or in the past, yesterday, she swung by the hospital to visit her friend. Let's practice in the future. Is she going to swing by the hospital to visit her friend? That's right, she's going to swing by the hospital to visit her friend. Let's practice in the past. Did she swing by the hospital yesterday to visit her friend? That's right, she swung by the hospital yesterday to visit her friend. Example, they're going to swing by their friend's house later. Example in the past, they swung by to say hello. They swung by their friend's house to say hello. Let's practice. In the future, are they going to swing by their friend's house later? That's right, they're going to swing by their friend's house later. Let's practice in the past. Did they swing by their friend's house to say hello? That's right, they swung by their friend's house to say hello. Example, they're very nice. They said we could swing by anytime. Let's practice. Did they say we could swing by anytime? That's right, they said we could swing by anytime. We don't even have to call first. We can just swing by anytime. Now let's talk about when these phrasal verbs are different. We can use two of these phrasal verbs to talk about going to a place, like a store or a business, to get something, to pick something up. But we only use two of them. If you're talking about going to a store or a business for a short time, to get something, to pick something up, you can say stop by or swing by. But we cannot say drop by. Drop by is only used to talk about visiting somebody, not picking something up. So let's practice with stop by and swing by. Talking about picking something up, going to the store to get something. Example, he was thirsty, so he stopped by the drive-thru to get a drink. Or I can use swing by in the past, swung by. He was thirsty, so he swung by the drive-thru to get a drink. Let's practice. Was he thirsty? That's right, he was thirsty. Did he stop by the drive-thru to get a drink? That's right, he stopped by the drive-thru to get a drink. Or I can use swing by in the past, swung by. Did he swing by the drive-thru to get a drink? That's right, he swung by the drive-thru to get a drink. Another example, he stopped by Costco to get some groceries. Or I can say swing in the past, swung, swung by. He swung by Costco to get some groceries. Let's practice. Did he stop by Costco to get some groceries? That's right, he stopped by Costco to get some groceries. Did he swing by Costco to get some groceries? That's right, he swung by Costco to get some groceries. Example, she stopped by Walmart to pick up her order. Remember, pronunciation, stopped by. The tongue goes up, but you don't really hear it. Of course, you can say stopped. She stopped by Walmart to pick up her order. Both ways are correct, but usually you'll hear Americans not pronounce the T so much. She stopped by Walmart to pick up her order. Or I can use swing by in the past, swung by. She swung by Walmart to pick up her order. She went there for a short time. Use the phrasal verb. Let's practice. Did she stop by Walmart to pick up her order? That's right, she stopped by Walmart to pick up her order. Let's practice with swing by in the past, swung by. Did she swing by Walmart to pick up her order? That's right, she swung by Walmart to pick up her order. You hear the pronunciation, pick up her order. We don't hear the H in her because it's not a stressed word. And when you link the sounds, you hear pick up her, pick up her, pick up her order. She swung by Walmart to pick up her order. So remember, we can use these three phrasal verbs to express the same idea. Stop by, drop by, and swing by when you're talking about visiting somebody for a short time. But if you want to talk about going to a place, going to a business or a restaurant or a store, you can use stop by or swing by, not drop by. Use drop by only to talk about visiting somebody. I know it's a lot of information and it's kind of confusing. So if you're still confused, watch the video again and you can practice some more. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.